Good morning, everybody. Well, for East Coast, good afternoon. It's Steven here, your Liondesk trainer, and welcome to our live Q&A, where every Thursday at 10 a.m., we go live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube to answer your most pressing Liondesk questions. So today, I gathered a few questions that we've gotten from the chats over the past few weeks. So we'll be really discussing campaigns today. But if you guys do have any questions, this is the perfect opportunity to ask. So go ahead and add in your questions in the comments below. Once I'm done, giving you guys an intro to campaigns, we'll go ahead and jump into your questions. So again, live Q&A, we wanted to really block out some time to make ourselves accessible to you all, right? You guys are on Facebook, doing work. So we wanted to come in live. You all can ask us any questions that you have about our system, right? Campaigns, lead assist, the ad portal, our power dialer, right? There's so many features in Liondesk that can really help grow your business. So today we do want to focus on campaigns, but if you do have any questions, go ahead and add them in the comments below. All right, but before we actually dive in, there is one thing I did want to cover. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. And I want to talk about our March giveaway. So we're going to be doing a giveaway this March. And so what is the giveaway? What are you entering? What are you going to win? At the end of March, we're going to do a drawing. And the winner of this drawing is going to get a free month of Liondesk, right? So whether you have the starter plan, the Pro Plus plan, or the Elite plan, if you win, your next month is on us. So how do you enter this giveaway? Ooh. Well, it's only really three things that you need to do. First thing is you want to join our Liondesk private Facebook group. I'll show you in a second where you can go to join our private Facebook group. But if you're watching our live session from YouTube or from LinkedIn, make sure to join, right? You do need to be a part of our Facebook group to enter the drawing. Second thing is join us on our live Q&A every Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Right, join us at the beginning, at the end. Go ahead and join us every Thursday at 10 a.m. And the last thing you need to do is comment the secret word in the comments below. Right, so I'll show you the secret word in a second, and I'll probably show it a few times throughout this session. Right, I want to make sure that you guys get a chance to enter. But every Thursday you can get a chance to enter this drawing. So we're going to do this for the full month of March. So there's 4 Q&A sessions before the month ends, so you can enter this drawing up to 4 times. Just make sure to join us again every Thursday at 10 a.m. for the live Q&A. All right, you guys ready for the secret word? Boom! You guys get it? Go ahead and comment in the section below. Just kidding. Here we go. The secret word this week is going to be campaigns. So go ahead and add that in the comments below. Again, I'll show this a few more times throughout this session. But by commenting below, you are going to enter this drawing, right? We're going to capture your name. We're going to put it in a little hat. And in the last Friday of this month, which I believe is March 25th, we're going to host a little drawing and announce the winner. So make sure to comment right below. Again, if you're on YouTube, if you're on LinkedIn, go ahead, join the private Facebook group. I'll show you in a second how to join. But once you're in that group, we're going to go ahead and capture your name and enter you for this free drawing where you can win a free month of Liondesk. And again, regardless of your plan, the starter, Pro Plus, or the Elite plan, we're going to go ahead and give you the free month on us. All right, so if you're on YouTube, if you're on LinkedIn, how do you access or how do you join our private Facebook group? You can join going into your profile page, right? If you're logged into Liondesk, we make it super simple for you to join. All you have to do is click on your name in your profile page. So let's go ahead and jump into Liondesk. I'll show you how to join, and then after that, we'll jump into campaigns. That said, if you have any questions, right, perfect time to ask them. Go ahead and also add those in the comments below. All right, let's go ahead and jump into Liondesk. Here we are, already logged in. Boom. To join the private Facebook group, make sure to click on your name in the upper right corner. So here we go, click on your name and select profile. Once it loads, you're going to see on the right-hand side the link to join the private Facebook group. Boom, right? Again, on the left-hand side, as you scroll below, right, you'll see Liondesk contacts, connect your provider, billing and invoices, and towards the bottom, you're going to see here, get the latest Liondesk updates, right? You're going to see a link to join our private Facebook group. You'll see that right here. Simply click and you'll be able to join the private Facebook group, right? So if you're on YouTube and you're on LinkedIn, definitely at some point today, make sure to navigate through this, go to the Facebook group, join, and then you can enter the drawing. Make sure again to type in campaigns in the comments below. All right, let's go ahead and jump into campaigns. Let me go back to the home screen. So with campaigns, I've gotten a few questions, or I've seen a few questions in the chat box, right? When you guys can come in, ask questions, you'll see that right here, right? This connects you to a live rep. I saw some questions about campaigns that I wanted to make sure that we get answered. So let's go ahead and jump into campaigns. I'm going to open up the main menu here on the left-hand side and click on campaigns. So to kind of give you an idea of what campaigns are, right? So if you haven't had a chance to really dive into this section yet, campaigns is a way for you to set up consistent communication, right? Communication is key, which is why you have a CRM, right? You want to be able to email, you want to text, you want to call your contacts, and you want to have all of that information in one place, right? And so you can leverage campaigns to set up consistent communication with your contacts. So instead of sending, one-off emails, an individual text message, you can set up your communication all in one time, right? So all of your emails that you want to send out in throughout a few weeks, you can also include text messages. You can set up task reminders, right? So you can set up this consistent communication for your contacts. Before we show you how to really create your own campaigns, you are going to see some that are already preloaded in your account, right? So Liondesk does preload a few campaigns in your account. We also have a published campaign library. So if you have the starter plan, the Pro Plus plan, or the Elite plan, you have access to this campaign library. So when they click, this campaign library has over thousands and thousands of campaigns that you can download from. Right, we have campaigns for buyers, campaigns for sellers, campaigns for leads that came in from Facebook, leads that came in from Zillow, right? Leads that came in from like a friend or family referral, right? You'll find loads and loads of campaigns here. So as you can start looking at this table below, you'll see the campaign name, who created this campaign, and how often it was saved. And I'd like to think this as a good indicator, right? If it was saved a few times, more than a few times, you see that a lot of people have interest in this campaign. So it's probably a good one for you to download. If you're looking for specific campaigns, you can search by keywords. So you're going to see that up here, search by campaign name. So something I hear often is like, do you guys have campaigns for FSBO, right? All you have to do is search for it, right? So FSBO, FSBO. Once you type in that keyword, it's going to show you all of the campaigns that match. So as you scroll below, right, you'll see all of those campaigns that match. Quick note, you will notice that some of these campaigns are locked, so you will need the access code to download this campaign. If you have that access code, go ahead and click on save and you'll have the section to enter that code. But if you want to see ones that are not locked, right, ones that are free to download, ones that I can just download into my account right now and edit, you can. You're going to see this button here to hide any restricted campaigns. That way it removes all of those locked ones and you can download from any of these here. Right, and once you download a campaign, it gets saved right here in your campaign tab. Right, so boom. From here, you're going to see all of your campaigns download. I actually downloaded one just recently, which is this one here, Liondesk Lead Assist Buyer Campaign. How do I know that I just downloaded it? Well, you're going to see this tag here, new. Anytime you download a campaign, you will see new in parentheses, and that's just an indicator to let you know that you downloaded this campaign. So with the campaign that you download, it's yours to keep, right? You downloaded a copy, and you'll be able to modify any of the templates, any of the schedule, and so on. So let's go ahead and open up this campaign. I'm going to click on the name, and it's going to show me what's included. So as I scroll below, I'm going to see this table, right? So I'm going to see the type, the task assignee, so who's sending this email, who's sending this text, right? It's either you or a team member. The template and the subject or body of the text message, as well as the schedule. Let me go ahead and zoom out a little bit. Does that work better? Yes, awesome. So you'll see the entire schedule, right? So as I scroll below the type, I'm seeing emails, I'm seeing some text messages, right? I'm also seeing the schedule, right? The email and the text message get sent out immediately. And as I continue to scroll below, I get to see the entire campaign. And once I get to the bottom, I see the last email, right? This last email is sent 70 days later, right? So from whenever you start the campaign, it's going to end 70 days later, which is about a little over 2 months, right? 2 months, 2 months in a week. So this campaign, once you assign it to a contact, you're going to have emails, text messages sending out about like once a week, right? So it does seem to be about once a week. So that from there, you're setting up that consistent communication, right? If you're downloading these campaigns from the library, these are yours to keep, right? You downloaded a copy. From here, you'll be able to make edits. So if you wanted to modify the template, if you wanted to modify the schedule, you can, right? You're going to see this icon here to make your edits. So simply click. It's going to open up that action, right? That email, that template, that schedule. And you're going to see that here on the right-hand side, right? So you can modify any of these. So let's say I wanted to modify the timing. Simply click on edit, and you'll be able to modify it from here, right? So instead of 70 days, let's make 72 days, right? You can make your changes to the template or to the schedule. Just make sure to click on next, and make sure to click on save changes, right? Keep clicking on next until you get to save changes. Right, if you want to update this action, yes, press OK. So again, this downloads a copy. You'll be able to make changes to the schedule, to the templates themselves. If you wanted to continue and expand this campaign, you can, right? You can continue adding more actions, more emails, more text messages. You can even set up task reminders, right? So if you wanted to complete a certain action while they're in their campaign, you can, right? So one question that I see often is, I want to get notified when a campaign ends, right? From here, you can set up a task reminder to be the very last thing of this campaign. So once this campaign ends, you'll be sent a task notification that lets you know, hey, this campaign has ended. If you wanted to, you can go ahead and add a new one, right? So let's go ahead and add a task reminder to this campaign. That way I get reminded on when this campaign ends. So I'm going to go ahead and click on create action right here. And it's going to ask me, what do I want to do, right? Email, text, task, lead assist, right? I want a reminder. I want to send myself a task. Right, so I'm going to click on task. Up next is the instructions, right? So I'm going to type in, hey, this campaign has ended. Has ended. Spell check. Boom. This campaign has ended. Start a new campaign. Boom. Awesome. So this task will show up in my calendar. So whenever it does end, I'll see it there, and I can start a new campaign. So let's go ahead and click on next. Now it's the timing, right? So we saw the original campaign. It went up to, well, we modified it. It went up to 72 days. So that means I want this reminder, let's say the next day. So that's going to be 73 days. I'm going to go ahead and click here immediately on this drop-down menu, and it's going to ask me delay by day and time, minutes, or recurring. This one specifically, delay by day and time. Right, so again, the last action was that email and that email was sent 72 days later. So I want this reminder the next day, so I'm going to do 73 days. Time 10:15, awesome, that works for me. You can always click here to modify it as well. But from here, I'm going to go ahead and click on next. And it's going to ask me, who do you want to send this notification to, right? Me or a team member? I'm going to go ahead and leave that at me. And I'm going to set myself up a reminder, right? So this task, it's already going to save in your calendar. So when you log in and you have your task section in your homepage, you're going to see it there. But if you want that extra notification, you can set that up as well. Go ahead and click on set up a reminder, and you're going to see these options for an email reminder, a text reminder, or a call reminder. Definitely more of a texter, so I'm going to go ahead and click on a text reminder and click on submit. And boom, right? That's done. I'm gonna go ahead and click on finish and exit. But if you wanted to add more, you can always click on add another action. So finish and exit, boom. I just want to confirm that that reminder is set in place. So I'm just gonna scroll to the bottom, and there we go, right? So we have that last email going 72 days later, and then we have the last task reminder, right? Letting me know this campaign has ended, and I need to start a new campaign. And I'm gonna get that reminder the next day, right? So I'm gonna get a text reminder, but it's also gonna be in your homepage, right? So if I open up my menu and I go back to my homepage, whenever that campaign ends, right, the next day, I'm going to see that here in the task section. So I'll be able to see exactly who or whose campaign ended. I'll be able to click on their name and assign a new campaign to that contact, right? That way you're setting up that consistent communication with all of your contacts. All right, y'all, so that was campaigns. Hope you all got a few little good nuggets there. But let's go ahead and jump into your questions here. So I see a few questions about campaigns, so awesome. I'll go ahead and get those started. Let's see this first one. How do we get the codes? Good question. So let's go ahead and go back to our campaign library. So we're going to see campaigns here in the main menu. Once we're in the campaign dashboard, we want to click on Publish Campaigns. And I mentioned, right, some of these are locked. And you'll know that they're locked by this little icon here next to the campaign name. So for you to download a locked campaign, right, you will need an access code. So let's do this one, for example. To the far right, you will see the Save button. Once you click, you'll get this pop-up window, and it's going to ask you to enter the access code. If you don't have the code, but you want to ask for it, we do provide you with the email address. You can send them a quick email, say, hey, I saw your campaign in the library. Is this available, for purchase? Or like, what do I need to do to get this access code? So you'll be able to send them a quick email. They'll let you know what are the next steps. Keep in mind, Liondesk is not involved in this transaction, so that would be between you and the publisher. But we do provide you with that info, so you can send them a quick email, contact them, and let them know that you're interested in downloading their campaign. If you don't want to go through that process, don't worry. Again, you can always hide these restricted campaigns here by clicking on this toggle button at the top. Next question, how do I get my picture in the signature? That is a really good question. I'll go ahead and show you how. So your email signature is saved in your profile page. So let's go ahead and just quickly jump into the profile page. In the upper right corner, you want to click on your name and select Profile. All right, so the profile is loading. We're going to find the email signature on the right-hand side. As we scroll below, we'll see email signature. So how do we add this image there, right? So a lot of agents have like an email signature block, right? Like an image block that they can just copy and paste. The thing is that the image does need to be hosted by a site. So when you click on edits, right, you'll see your email signature, you'll see the toolbar at the top. And so when you click on this image icon, right, I'm gonna go ahead and click on this image icon. It's gonna ask me for a URL, right? So your image does need to be hosted on a website, like on a public website. That said, if you're not exactly sure if it is or not, or if you know that you don't have it hosted on a site, don't worry. You can always upload it into the Liondesk documents and we can host it for you. So how do you upload your image into our documents to host the image? You want to open up the main menu on the left and you're going to see a section for documents. So any images that you want to add into your email signature, go ahead and click on documents and upload them there. So once we're in documents, if this is your first time here, you will see a folder for uncategorized. But I personally created a folder for my email signature images, right? That way I'm just organized. So you can do that by clicking on add folder below, right? So essentially we're just gonna upload an image and add it to one of these folders. So you can do that here on the right-hand side. So you can click here to add an image. But before I do, actually, you wanna make sure that you upload it to the correct folder, right? So you're gonna see here, select folder to save file in. I'm gonna select my email signature images. So you can click here on the cloud icon, opens up your computer, right? Your files, and you'll be able to select from any of these images. Do I have an image ready? A few images here. Let's do this image, right? You'll click on your image, you'll click on open, and it's going to upload it into Liondesk, right? And again, we're gonna host that image for you. So once it's uploaded and yeah, it's done, you're gonna see it saved in your folders on the left-hand side, right? So we see email signature images, you wanna click, you're gonna see your images that you've uploaded, and you wanna click on the image name, right? So I have this image name, click. It's going to open up in a new tab, right? And so this is the line that I have in my email signature. I uploaded into documents. It's hosted by Liondesk. So what you want to do is you want to capture the URL. So you're going to see that at the very top up here, right? So I'm going to copy it, Control C if you're using a PC. So I'm going to copy this here. I'm going to go back into Liondesk, right? It takes me to documents. And I'm going to go to my email signature and I'm going to paste the URL there. So click on your name in the upper right corner and select profile. And once the profile page loads, we'll be able to go into the email signature and add the image there. Right? You can add multiple images if you'd like. I know some agents also like to add in like their social media images and make those clickable, right? So loaded, awesome. Let's scroll below. We will see email signature. We're gonna go ahead and click on edits. Let me add in the other line just so we can see how it works. Let me make some space. Let me delete this one actually. Oh, all right, so how do I add this image, right? I captured the URL, I copied it. All I need to do is just paste it now. So click on the image icon and you'll see that section for the URL and I'm just going to paste, right? And give it a second or just click on the empty space and you'll see the preview of your image. And you can customize this, right? You can add in, you can make, you can customize the width and the height, right? So from here, go ahead and click on width, right? Let's go ahead and make this 300, right? And it updates the height as well. So from here, you can press OK and it adds to your email signature. So just make sure to click on save. So that's how you'll add your images to the email signature. Really go ahead and upload those images into documents and you'll be able to host the image there. Awesome. All right, next question. Can we get a recording of live? Yes, you can. We actually post our live the recording of these live sessions on Facebook. We also post them on Instagram, so go ahead and follow us on Instagram, just Liondesk CRM. If you wanted to see any previous sessions, right, this one's going to be recorded. The best way to access those is through our training page. So from your Liondesk account, we have an access to your training page. Go ahead and click on the 4 square icon at the very top, in the upper right. Click, and you're going to see training resources. So go ahead and click on this tile. It's going to open up to our training resources. A lot of great content in here, right? Webinars, online courses, and so on, right? To get access to these live sessions, you want to click on live Q&A, right? Here on the right-hand side. So once you click, it's going to take you to our Facebook group. From here, you're going to see all of the recordings of all of the live sessions that we have. So I go live every Thursday, for Q&A at 10 a.m. We have other live sessions throughout the week. We have Jessica, our marketing specialist. She has a live Liondesk show where she brings on industry representatives to talk about, how they leverage Liondesk to grow their business. We also have Mike Banks, who is a Liondesk ambassador, who uses Liondesk in his own business, and he shows you how he leverages the features to continue to grow. So you can even see right now, I'm currently live on Facebook. So as you scroll below, you're going to see our previous sessions, right? My live Q&As, Jessica's Liondesk show. You'll see those here, as well as Mike Banks when he comes on and he hosts a few live sessions as well. So we do host a few throughout the week. We always post them on Facebook. We also post them on Instagram. So feel free to follow either or. And if you and also shows you the actual live session that we're currently on. So again, just check out our training page. Click on live Q&A, and you'll see all of the recordings there. Next question. How can we filter leads to our agents? Yes, that's a good question. So it kind of depends on how you want to set it up, right? So you can, please let me know if I interpret this question wrong. You can manage the leads via Teams, right? You can manage your leads and send them to your teams manually, right? So if you have a lead and I want to assign it to a team member so they can work on that lead, I can manually assign that team member or assign that lead to a team member. You can also set this up automatically. So if you have leads coming in from, let's say, Zillow, right? If you have a lead coming in from Zillow, you can set up lead routing rules so it automatically sends those leads to different team members, right? So you can do it manually or you can do it automatically. I'll go ahead and show you how to do both, but please let me know if that's if that's the question you asked or if I interpreted incorrectly. But let's go ahead and jump into contacts. So on the left-hand side, I'm going to go ahead and click on contacts. So contacts, the contact dashboard is where all of your contacts live, right? So if you connect with Zillow, all of your leads, they're going to funnel into your contact dashboard, right? This is where they all live. You're going to see that list appear. So if you wanted to manually assign the contact to a team member, you just want to make sure that you select that contact. So for example, I'm just going to click on this box next to the name to select this contact. You can select more if you'd like, but I'm just going to select just this one. From here, I'm going to see these icons appear above. I can click here on the 3 dots icon, and you're going to see Edit Assigned User, right? So by editing the assigned user, I can share this contact record with a specific team member, and let them know, like, hey, we're going to be sharing this contact record. Right? Click on Edit Assigned User, assign contact to a team member. Click on this drop-down menu, and you'll see the different team members that you have, right? So you'll be able to select two to assign it to and click on Save, right? So that's how you'll do it manually. So if you have your contacts already in your database, you'll be able to just pick and choose who goes with who. If you wanted to automate this process, you can. The only thing to keep in mind is that you do need to connect your leads to Liondesk so they route automatically. right? And you can do that in your settings page. So let's go ahead and jump into the settings page. I'm going to cancel this. To access your settings page, you want to click on your name in the upper right corner and select settings. Oh, and I see that you did clarify incoming live lead. Awesome. So yes, you can automate this process, right? So you first want to connect your lead sources with Liondesk. We have an article that really explains how to connect, right? You can connect, I mean, it kind of depends on your platform, right? But let's use Zillow, for example, right? How do you connect Zillow? If you go here on the second tab, lead distribution and team settings, you'll see instructions specifically for Zillow, right? We have instructions for other systems. So if you want to check out our list, go ahead and click on the 4 square, check out our help center. Let's go ahead and actually dive in right now, help center. We're going to see lead routing and automation. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this section here. And we have an article that explains how you can integrate, right? Integrate with your systems, right? How to connect your business tools with Liondesk. It's like the first article there. Go ahead and click. And this explains the routing, right? There's hundreds and hundreds of systems out there that you can be using, and with that, there's a few ways that you can integrate with each one, right? And it really depends on the system that you're using. As you read through this article, Liondesk can connect either using a direct connection, using your Liondesk unique email address, or through API keys, right? So it's one of these 3 ways. As we scroll below, you will see a list. So these are the common systems that users integrate with, and it's going to show you, like, let's say example, Agent Evolution. They are going to use the API key to integrate. Once you know how to integrate, right, is it an API key, is it the email address, or is it the direct connection, you'll be able to scroll, well, actually, no, not all the way to the bottom. Let's go back to the top. You'll be able to scroll here at the top where it says connect, right, using the email address, or connect using the API keys. So first, look at the table, find out how to connect, and then follow the steps to actually connect your systems. And once your systems are connected, the leads are routing in, right? Let's again take Zillow, for example. A lead comes in from Zillow, and you want to distribute that lead to your team. So let's go ahead and jump back into Liondesk, right? Let's say we already connected Zillow. If you have a team that you already have created, awesome. If you still need to create that team, you can do so from this page. So you'll see on the right-hand side, teams. I already have one in place, my A team. You can create your own team by clicking here, create new team, give it a name. This is horrible, B team. No one should be B team. Click on create team, and then from here, you'll see it listed below, and you'll be able to invite your team members, right? And just use the email address that they have for their Liondesk account, send them an invite, they can accept, right? So you create that team. Once that team is created and your Zillow leads are connected, you can start distributing those leads, right? And we have a few ways for you to do it. The most common one is round robin, where you can just evenly distribute out those teams, right? You create this list, and it just gives each person one lead from this list, right? You're going to see that above, lead distribution rules. So let's go ahead and click here to select my team, my A team. It's going to be a round robin. So right below it, what's the type? Round robin. So from here, it's just going to filter the leads to this list of team members one at a time. Perfect. Once you have those rules set up, all you have to do is assign Zillow to this team. So any leads coming in from Zillow will go to this team, and it's going to be round robin, right? So it's going to go from the top of this list, Once they get a lead, it's going to move on to the next agent. Once they get a lead, it's going to move on to the next agent. Once it gets to the bottom of the list, it's just going to start back at the top, right? So it evenly distributes out the leads. So how do I connect my Zillow leads to this team? You'll set this up here on this section in lead import setup. Click on the drop-down menu and search for Zillow. Oh, Zillow. Click on add new lead routing. Gives you this pop-up, right? So where are the leads coming from? They're coming from Zillow. Let me go ahead and select Zillow again. Right, my leads are coming from Zillow. What campaign do I want to trigger? Right, so as a lead comes in, I can set up a campaign to again have that consistent communication, and this is going to be automatic. So go ahead and click here if you want to assign a campaign. Let me go ahead and select a buyer campaign, or just my new Zillow lead campaign. And then right below, it's going to ask you, and this is optional, and this is not going to happen for everyone, or not everyone, for every lead source. It does happen for Zillow, but you'll be able to set up a different lead routing for buyer leads versus seller leads. So let's say this is buyer. And then finally, distribution setting, right? You can select individual or team rollout. So if you want to route this to your team, go ahead and click on team rollout, and it's going to ask you the distribution method, a specific team, zip code, or price range. So it's going to be a specific team, right? A specific team in mind. It's going to ask me which team, my A team or my B team. And you're setting up those rules. So anytime a lead comes in from Zillow, it's going to trigger a campaign, and it's going to go to this team, and it's going to round robin those leads to that list of team members. So to create that, go ahead and click on Save Lead Routing. And boom, you're going to see that listed below, right? So Zillow buyer leads will start this campaign, and it's going to go to my A team, right? And it's going to follow these rules. It's going to start with Phil, move to Steven, go with Phil again, and then move on to Steven. So that's how you'll automate your lead, your incoming leads to your team members. Next question. When I first started working on campaigns, I didn't really understand all they can do, right? Anyway, to remove all and start fresh, to rename everything, to organize it. When I lose current campaigns to be more on, how do you suggest trying to organize at this point? I see. Okay, good question. So essentially, the question is, hey, I created these campaigns, right? I know more now about these campaigns, so I want to kind of start anew. But I don't want to lose what I have because I've already used these campaigns, right? Some of my contacts are on these campaigns. What you could do is, let's go ahead and open this up, right? It might be a little bit tedious. Once we open up the menu, we're going to jump into campaigns. What I would recommend doing, just because you don't want to delete anybody that's on these campaigns, is just label this, right? So the name, let's take this one for example, Liondesk Lead Assist Buyer Campaign, right? This campaign will not go longer than, what is it, 73 days? So as I scroll below, 73 days. So what I would recommend you doing is let this run all the way up to the last day. So as long as you don't use it anymore, after a certain point, no one will be on this campaign, right? Let's say you assigned this campaign to people a few weeks ago, and you're doing this today. So by doing these steps now, 73 days later from now, this campaign will no longer be used. Hopefully that made sense. Okay, so let's do this, right? So the last action is 73 days later. So what I want to do is I'm just going to edit the name, right? You're going to see this little icon here. Click on the pencil icon. Let's make some edits. So what I want to do, if this campaign ends 73 days later, that's going to be, what is it, 2 weeks, 2 months, and a few weeks, right? If I do two months and a few weeks from now, what is that? March, April, May, let's say the end of May, right? I'm going to add that as a note in the name. Delete delete at end of May. And let's just go ahead and save that. That note to me tells me, hey, just don't use this campaign anymore. And that's letting me know that by the end of May, anybody who was on this campaign is no longer on this campaign, right? As long as I don't use it anymore, I should be able to delete this by the end of May, and it's not going to affect any of my contacts. So that's kind of what I meant. It might be a little bit tedious just because you do have to wait it out, but that would be the best case since you already have this campaign assigned to some of your contacts. But that'd be the best way to do it. That way you can also create your new campaigns. Those campaigns will not have this note. So when you assign a campaign, you'll be able to tell which ones are the ones that you want to use, which ones are the ones that you're going to be deleting. Any way to print a campaign and templates. That is a good suggestion. At the moment, there is no way. Some agents have asked before, and a lot of agents were happy taking a screenshot or doing a print preview of a specific page. So for example, we're here in this campaign that has all of the templates and the schedule. So if you like right click, do you see that? Yes, you do. If you right click, you'll see the option to print, right? So this isn't a Liondesk feature. This is a PC feature. For Mac, I'm pretty positive you can do the same. I'm pretty sure if you right click, you will also see that option there to print, right? So in the meantime, you can use this as an alternative, right? But that is definitely a good suggestion that we can submit to our team, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and cancel this, but you get the idea, right? It's going to show you a preview of this page. You can do that for your templates. You can do that for this campaign page. You'll see it listed here. And you can always modify the layout so you can make it look nice. But I'm gonna go ahead and click on cancel here. That is a good suggestion. Definitely recommend letting us know that that's something that you want to see in Liondesk, right? We're really committed to creating a platform that works for you as a business owner, as a real estate agent, right? So if you want to see any new features, any new enhancements, right? If you have ideas of things that can make Liondesk better, please let us know. We have an ideas page that you can access by clicking on the 4 square, right? And you're going to see here on the lower right, submit ideas. So go ahead and click here. And you can submit new ideas and so on. Let me go ahead and search for the idea, see if someone has already submitted that idea. You can always submit new ones. I search for print, right? Ability to print out tasks. Ability to print out all templates by drip campaign and or folder. This is a great one, right? So as you notice, this is only 1 vote right now. Recommend checking out our ideas page and upvote the suggestions that you want to see. The higher the upvotes, it moves it up on our list. And so when we're looking to add in new features, we're going to start at the top of the list, which one has more votes behind it, right? So please let us know. Go ahead, you can always click here and upvote this suggestion. That way it moves up the list. But in the meantime, you can always, going back into Liondesk, in the meantime, you can always just right click and select print. Again, a PC feature. I'm certain Mac also has this as well. Next question. I have a ton of contacts, but the system is very slow in loading them. Am I doing something wrong? Not necessarily. We've been working on speed, and it has seen some improvements. If you are running into any issues though, please let us know. We can always take a look into your account. Will Liondesk ever consider allowing users to upload videos for the text message or text drops? As well, allow for videos to be 30 to 40 seconds instead of 15 seconds. So first thing, I will ask for clarification on text drops. You can add videos to text messages. You can add videos to text messages that are in a campaign. You can add videos to text messages that you're sending like a one-off text message. If you're sending a mass text message, you can also include videos. So you can include videos in all of those scenarios. So if you can clarify what you mean by text drops, that would definitely help out. But as for your second question, are we ever going to allow a video that's longer than 15 seconds? That is a good question. Again, that's something that we can look into. Um, the seconds really depends on the quality of the camera, right? So if you're recording from your mobile device, that's going to be a very, very large file. If you record it and then upload it to your computer and then upload it into Liondesk, that might save you some space, but I don't think it would be a drastic 30 seconds. That is a great idea though. So I would again recommend going to our ideas page, clicking here, clicking on submit ideas, and let us know that you want a longer recording time specifically for text messages. Next question, where can I watch this later? I'm on the road. Yes, no problem. You can watch this later on our Instagram page. You can also check out our private Facebook group. We do post the videos there. You can also check out the recordings in our training resources page. So again, click on the 4 square here on the upper right corner and click on training resources. Once you click, you are going to see live Q&A, right? Give it a second to load. Perfect. You can see live Q&A here on the right-hand side. Go ahead and click, and it's going to show you this live session, right? We're still going live, as well as any previous recordings. So we're going to post them all in there, as well as on our Instagram page. So there's a few places that we do post this video. And then last question that I see here, where can I see this the whole training from beginning to end? Awesome, we're already here at the training page. I recommend going here. You can always check out our webinars. We do host live webinars every week. We have the Getting Started with Liondesk webinar series, session 1, session 2, and session 3. So session 1, we cover the basics, right? Setting up your account, uploading your contacts, sending an email, sending a text message. In session 2, we really focus on communication, right? And doing that in mass, sending a mass email, sending a mass text message. We dive into videos, right? Videos are a great feature that you can leverage to really connect with your contacts, especially now. Everyone's using videos now. So you can check out session 2 to really learn about the features that focus on, communication. And then our session 3 is all about automation, right? Campaigns, transactions, and transaction plans, right? These features help you automate your communication and your workflow. So once you set it up in Liondesk, you can just let it run, and it's going to automate your communication, your task reminders, your emails, your text messages, and more. Session 1, 2, and 3. We have live Q&A every Thursdays. As you scroll below, you will see more trainings, right? The Getting Started series 1, 2, and 3, they are available to watch on demand, right? So we do have them live, hosted by a live rep, so you can ask questions, get your questions answered. But if you don't want to wait to the next live session, you don't have to. You can click here, Getting Started series, watch on demand, simply click, and it's going to show you the pre-recorded versions of these webinars. So you can start learning now and get to know, the system from beginning to end. Actually, one more thing to point out, Path to Success, great resource as well. This is more of an online course, right? The topics are divided into smaller sections, right? Chapters and lessons. So it's a really, really guided experience. So if you want to take it in bite-sized pieces and not watch like a full webinar, right? Like the webinar can be like 45 minutes. If you don't want to watch, maybe do it in increments of like 10 minutes. Check out our Path to Success. This has the Getting Started series. It has the Facebook ad portal. And we're going to continue building up more courses that are going to be, again, bite-sized in nature. So check out this training page, the Getting Started series, live webinars, the pre-recorded versions, as well as Path to Success. And Natalie, if you want to send us a email, actually, let me go ahead and make a screenshot here. Want to make sure that you get assisted. So thank you for letting us know. I'll go ahead and forward this over to our team. Awesome. Okay, y'all. So that is the last question that I see here. But before we end, again, we have the March giveaway. So let me go ahead and pull that up once more. Just in case you weren't here at the beginning of this live Q&A. So we have a March giveaway. So at the end of March, right, which is we'll do a we'll do a drawing the last Friday of this March to give away a free month of Liondesk, right? So whether you have the starter plan, the Pro Plus plan, or the Elite plan, if you win, we will cover your next month subscription, right? So how do you enter the March giveaway? Right, you want to make sure that you join our private Facebook group. Second thing, you want to join us on live Q&A on Thursdays at 10 a.m. So we're doing this for the month of March, right? There's going to be 4 sessions, so you can enter up to 4 times. And how do you enter? You want to comment the secret word in the comment section below, right? So what is that secret word? It is going to be campaigns. Go ahead and add that in the comments below. It's going to enter you into a drawing, and we are going to announce the winner on the last Friday of this month. Let me just confirm when that's going to be. I believe it's the 25th. And it will be the 26th. We'll do the drawing on the 26th, right? So we're going to capture everybody in the comments that has the secret word campaigns. And we're going to enter your name into this drawing. And for every live Q&A session that you join, you'll be able to enter again. So again, you can enter up to 4 times. We are going to cut this off a little after we end this live session. So if you're watching the recording, unfortunately, we won't be able to get your entry for this one. But make sure to join us in the next live session. You'll be able to get that secret word, you'll be able to comment, and you'll be able to enter in the drawing. So join us every Thursday at 10 a.m. for the month of March to enter this drawing, to win a free month's worth of your subscription, whether that's the starter, the Pro Plus plan, or the Elite plan. I'll stand here for like another 30 seconds, so if you have that chance, go ahead and add those in the comments below. Again, you do need to be a part of the Facebook private group. So go ahead and join. Check us out on Facebook. You'll see all the recordings there as well. So if you wanted to go back and watch this webinar, you can. Awesome. All right, you see a few campaigns in here. All right, y'all, thank you all so much for joining us today. If you have any questions, that pops up later in the week, later in the day, feel free to reach out to us. You can give us a call. You can send us an email, or you can come in through live chat. Our support hours are Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you can give us a call at 760-501-8582. Again, that number is 760-501-8582. You can send us an email to support@liondesk.com or come in through the live chat bubble. Let me go ahead and actually show you in Liondesk. Here we are in the training page. All of the channels of support are accessible from here. So as you scroll below, all the way to the bottom, you're going to see contact us. Give us a call, send us an email, or come in through live chat Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Awesome. All right, y'all. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Go ahead and comment campaigns. We're going to close that in a quick second. But again, thank you all so much. I hope you all have a great day. Hope you all have a great weekend. Bye-bye.